Hello and welcome everybody to Bigfoot Junior's YouTube channel. This video is going to be about World of Warcraft, the new add-on Legion that is going to launch in less than 3 weeks now. So I just want to hit you up with a couple informations, what's important, what to take care of, what to think about, and how's it going to be a bit different this time. So first of all, usually it always was hitting max level, getting a bit hit reputation here and there, depending on chance or whatever. This time it's gonna be a bit different because you have a couple things you need to take care of, which is mainly based around your weapon and the class order hall, the class campaign to your character. So here is an example to a warrior. You have a couple things you want to make sure you do and take care of. So first thing, and the first really big difference I can give you is when you hit 102, and it doesn't matter where you start, you're gonna, like as a warrior here, hit up your class order hall, and on your mission board you can usually pick a leveling zone, which I can't anymore because I leveled already. But you will have here a third button that allows you to pick a pre-quest, and you're gonna get sent there mostly over Dalaran with a port or with a flight spot, so you don't need to like ride there or anything. But what's gonna be important is when you wanna come back to your class order hall, because you can do this a bit different here. I would suggest, and this is how I'm gonna do it, I will not just level through 110 as fast as possible and don't care for the rest. What I'm gonna do is, there are certain points where you wanna go back to your class order hall and or take care of your characters' quests and what to do. So first thing, when you come back with 102, you'll be able to pick one of those two upgrades. The first upgrade will be increases the chance for quest rewards to get a rare or epic bonus upgrade from non-repeatable quests, which I found will also help with the world quests later on, though they might be considered repeatable quests, but it's basically just the quests you get throughout questing that will be world quests. So certain bonus objectives or whatever will just stay as a world quest and come around every other day. So I had a feeling it worked. I'm still beta, but anyways, the second one is Rallying Cry. Enables the Rallying Cry ability, which increases the success chance of the first mission you send each day by 5% per troop vitality. So your troops, it's not like champions. You have champions that you send on missions, and you also have a couple troops. I'm gonna show you real quick. Those troops will basically just support your champions when you send them out to missions. They have life points and they increase the success chance. So like when you watch here, these troops give you 30% success chance, and they have 3 life points, so per life point you would get 5% more. I found this is pretty interesting later on when you get certain rare or epic dungeon missions or raid missions even, or whatever, that might help you for items or I don't know what, I haven't seen that yet. But for the start, I would go with that because it helps you get some gear, get your character going, ready for instances, or maybe even in instances when you have quests or whatever. As second, and this is very very important, I would go with Forced March only at the beginning. You can switch it later up, but as soon, I think this upgrade only takes an hour or 2. After that, you want to go back and hit this button as soon as possible. I'm serious, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna watch the clock, I'm gonna be back and hit that button. Because this 20% will make a lot of difference, and I saw this as a warrior. I leveled the warrior twice on the beta because I wanted to see what difference it makes, and I'm gonna tell you the story. So for my first character, the warrior here, it took me a long time because I didn't know about certain things, and you're gonna have as your class order quest that you need to get the third socket. You need the class order quest to get a third socket here in your relic slot. Otherwise you only end up having 2 at the beginning, which lowers your item level of your weapon by a big amount, and which ends up in having less damage, a lot less. So what you want to do is you want to hit that up. And you get missions, like you get quests as a warrior. The quest line brings you to Uldor, the quest line brings you to certain areas. It's not important, it's usually just quests, but certain things you're gonna end up having a first 8-hour mission, then 12-hour missions and stuff like that. They all go fast, and 20% don't make a big difference. But what you will have at the end is you're gonna have 3 missions in your warrior campaign. first one is going to take 2 days, and the second and the third is going to take 4 days each. So 20% already make a big difference there. I managed with certain followers. You have to look around. You will get the followers easy, so don't worry about those. Your champions, you will get them just by questing and finishing your class order quests. Some of them get traits, which lower your time, your mission time, and really look out for those and keep those, because I could manage on this character to have the 4-day mission down to 1 day and 14 hours. So that's a big advantage. That's 2 days and 10 hours less. That saved me all up only with those 3 missions over 5 days, which is nearly a whole ID where I could get my 3rd relic slot. I would really consider doing that. Other than that, just whenever you get a quest, the second upgrade, the next upgrade, and by the way, this is going to be available at 105. Sorry, I forgot to tell the next one. You want to go back to your class order hall again, make sure you get another upgrade, and so on and so on. This is just a personal preference here, whatever you want to do. There's not a big difference. You can figure out whatever you want. At the end, this is the most important one, that you can wear an additional legendary in case you drop them fast. I would also make sure, if I were you, to always keep your order resources, because I started to twink other characters and I ran low on the order resources on my warrior, so I kind of keep researching right now. I could farm them, but it's too late on in beta and it's not that important. I just figured out at the beginning, I had a feeling, wow, I have already so many resources, that's gonna be easy. No, it's not, because the researches start costing up to 10, 15,000. So you always want to keep those and always want to make the quests. Here I've got a bunch of WoW quests that allow you to get order resources all the time and stuff like that. You want to really make those. Other than that, you're fine. Just make the class order quest. And also, what I found, I don't know if that was a bug on beta server, I was just leveling up, as I told you, and that was my mistake. But what you want to do is, you want to make your class quest always when it's available. For example, as a warrior, you have to go to Ulua and you have to do a scenario that is usually not a big deal. But it seems that certain scenarios, when you make them at 110, and of course at 110 you have shit gear. You end up having leveling gear which is not amazing or anything. And I did this instance, and I don't know if it was bugged or not, but it was hard. Like, it was one of the hardest things I ever did. It felt like solo raiding or something. I had to kite. I actually had to spec arms, just so I had the passive of second wind. The second wind passive gives you a 6% life regeneration every second when you don't take damage for 5 seconds. I had to do this because I had to put a harm string on the mobs and I had to kite them, because there was no other chance for me to survive this. I read about people that took them 4 or 5 hours to do that instance. It took me about an hour at the second try, because the first try the server shut down when I nearly finished it. But I would suggest do that as early as possible. Also, same experience I had with secondary legendaries or artifacts. Of course you can have every artifact weapon, but you will run with the main spec, because that's where you're gonna pump all your artifact power at the beginning. And so the big difference here is, I did the arms quests. I started leveling as an arms, and I did the Fury Warrior quest with 110. It was hard as shit. It seems to be bugged or something. Whenever you do something with 110, and I had good gear by that point already. I had like 852 or something, or 848. So this is like what it's gonna be at the beginning at the rate, the gear. And it was hard for some reason. I don't know why. It was really, really undoable hard, and I'm not that bad, guys. Believe me. So. Anyways, you want to make sure you do all your secondary quests too. You can take your second artifact weapon quest with 102 also, but this is not a huge priority, just in case you want to have a second spec. And maybe I think they won't fix it, because they cannot do it like that anyways. So what else there is, what you want to think of is, as soon as you hit 110, you're gonna get a quest from Kotka in Dalaran. You're gonna pick that up anywhere. You don't have to go to him. You just pops up on your screen. It's a world quest. It asks you what you do, to make world quests. And the thing is, you need to have every reputation on the map from all the areas on friendly in order to get world quests there. So your most important thing is you want to do the quest lines. Believe me, guys, leveling in dungeons is not a thing in Legion. I found it pretty boring, in all honesty. Not boring, the dungeons are cool, but the quests and the quest lines in the areas are really good. Like, I have to say that they're really good. And also they go fast and give a shit ton of experience. The level experience increase does not go up that high, so you don't need that much of experience. And also what's important is you want to do all the quest lines and all the areas, because if you have an undiscovered area, it will not grant you as many world quests there. But if you have everything done in an area, see, like for me, I have a Volturano finished yet, you will get more world quests. That's what I thought. But the most important thing is, after you level 210, you will have all 4 areas basically finished off. And every time you finished off a quest line in an area, it will lead you to a dungeon quest like Halls of Valor or whatever. And these dungeon quests give you 800 item level items and a ton of experience. And those items really help you level up, and this is really worth doing it. So you finish an area, get the dungeon quest there, hit up the dungeon with your friends or whatever, go to the next area, go back to Dalaran, get your pre-quest to send you there, get your 800 item, and hit up the next area. That's the best thing to do, and don't forget to go back to your level. But as soon as you're 110 and you have all these things finished, you wanna take the pre-quest line to Surama for the Nightfall, because you need friendly there at first. When you have friendly there, you will have all the world quests available. You want to go around, hit up items that are important for your artifact power, everything. In the beginning you need everything, just do everything, believe me. And then you want to make sure you, on a daily basis, you hit up Surama and do all the quests. Follow the quest lines as much as you can. You're gonna get stuck at Honored, but your goal is to reach Honored 8000. And here's why, guys. At Honored 8000, you're gonna be able to unlock the 2 dungeons, Court of Stars and Archway. There are 2 dungeons you cannot enter when you hit 110. You have to have reputation at the Nightfalls in Surama, which is 8000 Honored. And this dungeon gives you certain 2-piece set items that proc with haste and crit and versatility and all kinds of stuff, and have really sick bonuses that you want to have pre-raid, because they're gonna help you a lot with damage. They're really strong. Other than that, you just have to make sure you do all the quests, follow the quest lines in Surama, make the daily quests. There will be a couple missions, but I will provide more videos to those mission quests there. But they're not hard. You just have to follow your common sense. Yeah, the quests are not bad. They're just a lot. At first it seems a bit overwhelming in Surama. There are 11 quest lines. I haven't finished the rest yet because, as I said, I stopped progressing this character at the end of beta because I wanted to try other characters and see what I'm gonna play for my twink. But that's basically it. That's the things you want to do. Heroic dungeons you can enter with item level 810. You will have that pretty fast with normal dungeons and world quest rewards that can proc up to Titan Forged higher item levels. Mythic dungeons at beginning I would recommend not going before you have 820, 825-ish item level. Depends on your group, and if you go with voice chat or whatever together, it's a lot easier. So, and here's a little other thing that I want to show you real quick. It's about healers. I leveled myself 2 heals, a shaman and a druid. And the thing is, for healers, it is totally doable to level in heal spec and get your healed weapon and artifact power going. But what I figured out, and I felt that's way easier, I leveled as elemental because I want to try it. I always played enhancer, and the new enhancer is pretty interesting too. But it's just not my kind of thing right now. Maybe I'll get into it. Anyways, what you want to do is you just level as elemental, and you're gonna have a shit ton of damage. Don't worry about that. I actually even put a couple points in my elemental weapon when I leveled it. It's only 13 points you're gonna have fast. It's pretty easy to level up. It helps you a lot. You're gonna get a lot more damage going. You don't want to level as a heal because you have the damage spells, as you see here. You have a lightning bolt, you have chain lightning, and you have lava burst and all that shit. But to be honest, it is a DPS spec, and DPS specs always do better. But here's a little trick, or just an idea that I did, and it really works fine. And a druid I did it completely different. For example, I leveled the druid in Feral, and Feral was strong. By that time Feral got buffed, and I never felt like I lacked damage at all. All I just did was finish quests, and every time you finish a quest, you will not just get the artifact power in your weapon, no, but you will just get an item in your inventory, and when you use it, you will add the artifact power to your current weapon. So I kept all those items on my druid. What I did, I just leveled Feral, and I'm gonna show you, I'm not lying. I'm 110 with that character, I have a bit of gear, I did a couple mythic dungeons, and my weapon never got leveled anything anywhere. You can see that here. I added 0 artifact power. Those are just the traits from the weapon socket. This thing, those two, is your primal, your new ability, and the first artifact trait you will get for free, and those are from the weapons. I added 0 artifact power and had no problem at all hitting 110. You have a self-heal, a bunch of self-heals, Feral. You have the instants, you do a shit ton of damage, you can go in bear if ever you die, you have second talents that allow you to be secondary heal, so if you have any problems, you just push yourself up, you're absolutely fine. And I kept all these items in my inventory. With 102, I did the scenario quest, like 102, like I told you guys, you can get the different artifact weapon. Hit that up, got myself the heal weapon, did the instances that I had to do from the quest as a healer, because to be honest, as a healer, yeah, I got faster invites and I wanted to play healer with it anyways. And just every time when you spec heal, all you do is just add the artifact power back to the weapon. Just keep adding it and adding it to the heal weapon, spec back to Feral, go questing, whatever. And it works fine. You can do the same thing with Shaman. I just felt with an elemental, it's a bit easier to add a couple points. And those 13 points, don't get me wrong guys, you're gonna have them fast. The first 15 points are nothing. I tried that out on my other character in the warrior. I wanted to try protection. So what I did was, I farmed artifact power for about 3 hours, and in 3 hours on max level and with artifact research level higher, that I'll explain to you in a couple seconds, I was able to have 13-14 traits in about 2 to 3 hours, just by world quests, daily heroic and mythic dungeon and whatever. It goes really fast. What I was talking about, the artifact research, is you have that in every class overhaul, and you want to do that first thing when you hit 110. You sadly can't do it before that unless they change it, but right now you can. As soon as you hit 110, you want to go in your class overhaul, whatever class you play, and find the NPC that allows you to do artifact research. I'm gonna show you that here, guys. You can do that a lot often. What you're gonna do is every artifact, every quest you do, every dungeon, everything, wherever you get artifact power, you will get increased amounts, and you will need that because the weapon takes more and more. So you want to have that research going all the time. Right now, as far as I know, 18 upgrades are confirmed, and it seems to be 25, which go up to 25,000 more percent nearly artifact power that you will gain, and that makes a big difference. My warrior, for example, has 11 or 10 or 11 upgrades, which is not a lot right now, but I had P10 right now earlier. And as an example, the druid gets 960 artifact power for random daily heroic, as you can see right now. What difference it makes, I'm just showing you guys real quick. And the warrior, I think, already gets 7,000 or something, so that is a big massive difference. Alright, there you go, 3,800, sorry. I know. Anyways, it is a big difference, and you can have those researches going. So that's it. Just make sure you set your priorities, what you want to do, and figure out things. Alright guys, thanks for joining me, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you subscribe and comment. Hit the follow button on Twitch if you like my channel. Other than that, I'll do soon new guides about the dungeons, maybe mythic dungeons, preparing for raids, what you're gonna do, sort of mark quests, certain things, just that might help out a bit. Okay everybody, thanks for watching, have a nice day, and see you in Legion.